went out and saw them the other night at, what was that? All right, TJ's, I think.
TJ's 2.
TJ's 2, the second one. Bro, you did Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. You literally sound just like her. And I wasn't the only one that thinks that because I walked in the bathroom, James in the bathroom, and I'm like, bro, why does he sound just like Ella? And there's like some random old guy in there. He's like, yeah, I thought fucking Ella was in the building. I'm like,
Curtis, Curtis likes doing that one. He does it really good, though.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, could you actually sound like her just talking? Or is that too crazy?
Nah.
Try it. No.
She's got a little bit of a raspy voice going on. You know what I mean? I listened to her pod with Theo.
Oh, she was on Theo Vaughn? I missed that.
Yeah, she was on Theo. I can't do it, bro. I cannot do it. Nah. I can replicate. She's from Texas, I can tell by the way he's just stepping around the room.
Come on. You're the Ella, just fucking walk in here. Bro, you guys are you guys are part of the Steels.
Yes, sir.
A cover band. First of all, is there a negative connotation about like around being a quote unquote cover band?
I mean,
is it falling off?
The thing is cool, man. I like this table.
Appreciate it.
You know, definitely, I mean, me and James have made music together before. He's definitely been in the original music scene, like in the past. Yeah, within the riff house and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I started playing like in a lot of like punk bands and stuff that, you know, were always playing their own. But we would do covers as a punk band. But, you know, since I started doing like the cover band with him and I don't get time to really go to like some local shows anymore. I mean, I don't want to, I think there is like a little bit of, I don't know. That's a good question though. I mean, it's just, I think it's just two different things, like to try and be a cover band versus, you know, being an artist that's making original music and stuff, you know. While they're both like music, it's I think like really completely different too.
I didn't know if it was like a money thing, like a monetary thing. Like you guys start out just making music and then like you see that there's a lane for that in the area where you can just make money doing this.
Right.
I don't know if that was like the reason you go to
I mean, I think that's
definitely the avenue for sure.
We love playing music and like we wanted to be able to do it all the time, and like if you could get paid, you know, playing music regardless kind of what it is. I mean, I enjoy playing the cover songs that we do, and you know, being able to make money doing that, you know, I think it's awesome. And you're practicing the whole time you're doing it, which allows you to be like a better original artist, I think, too, you know, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of the songs, we went to Nashville just recently, and a lot of these people are playing it like just like the record, but we like between our musicians, we put our like own little twist on it. We kind of make it our own. It's more of like a rock, like we'll be playing pop songs, but it still has a little bit of a rock element to it, sort of deal. Ben, that's what kind of you know brings that originality to our show. Is it doesn't sound just like the record for most of our songs.
Yeah, we try to make them our own, I think, which is kind of where the creative element comes out.
I didn't think about that either. Like, so even doing cover stuff, you're still kind of like sharpening your sword for making your original music.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of like getting to like see how the crowd reacts to certain things. You know?
Y'all had the old ladies twerking at TJ's.
Yeah,
I put that shit on my story.
They was working. What's that one song? The lit. And that lit song.
Oh, My Own Worst Enemy. Yeah, I didn't know you could twerk to My Own Worst Enemy until that night.
If your heart is in it, you could twerk to anything, man. So basically how I discovered you guys, me and my girl were at we were in Virginia Beach one night and we were just like walking around. We had just left some other event and you guys were playing at Murphy's, which I don't know if you want to pull this up, but since then, like a car recently drove into their patio. Did you guys see that? Yes. That was kind of crazy, but
Kieran's just like Jamie.
This is Jamie.
This is awesome.
This is Jamie's little cousin right here.
That's what's up.
So we just saw you guys playing at Murphy's, and I think bro was wearing like a cowboy hat that time. So we're like, oh, they got live music. We pull up, and you guys were fire. And like since then, we've literally gone to places just because you're there. Like,
Really?
I don't know of any other cover bands in the area that actually like post flyers. Maybe I'm just not hip, but like you guys will have like 2 months booked out, and you're like, we'll see where you'll be at.
Everyone pretty much posts flyers. We just kind of like a weird, I think like a different style the way that they post flyers, because a lot of people want to use like pictures of the bands, and they kind of have like a, you know, like a old school way of making them. But if you notice the way I make them, we just do like a one image thing.
Just the dates and the
Steals are no AI, baby. We got James Dickerson, our in-house graphic designer, making it happen.
I hadn't seen the lady that drove through it.
Did you just pull it up? Pull it back up.
I hadn't seen the lady that drove through it. I actually worked at the valet company next door, and I left. I was working there all day, and I left like 10 minutes before this happened to go to a different location. The thing at Murphy's with the lady driving through the thing.
That's nutty.
Yeah.
I feel
My
like
buddy was
had to be
working there.
drunk.
He said it was terrible. He said he saw someone go flying through the air.
I heard from somebody
she
that
hit
she
somebody?
was under.
Yeah. Someone had to go to, I think a couple people had to go to the hospital.
I play there every single Wednesday, acoustic, with my buddy Brian Pinardi, and we were like sitting right in those chairs, like not like a week before that happened.
They had it fixed in a couple days too.
They had it fixed. I mean, it's just probably a little
table.
table and like a gate or some shit.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
But I left like 10 minutes before it happened. I was literally like right there.
Yeah.
I left 10 minutes before it happened.
So you started out doing original music. Maybe tell us how you got started into it, and can you just tell us like the birth of the Steels? Like, how long have you guys been doing this?
So my pops is Danny Morgan with the Janitors Band. He's been doing it full time. He's slowed down a little bit now, but he's been doing full time for like 30 years or so. So I've always, cover band. He has actually a CD that's actually
They're very good.
Good music.
Original
like,
music.
Really good music, like beach dance music kind of deal. I have one in my car.
But they're a big cover band.
I could throw you one if you want to give it a little listen after the pod.
Yeah.
No, it's smooth. It fits that 80s, 90s like vibe, like beach dance kind of deal. Yeah. But I've just always had him going to his gigs and everything. I grew up with two sisters, and they were very musical as well, but they're smart, so they're out occupational therapy. My sister is going to LSU. She's going to pre-med. But they're very musical too. I've had Ava up on stage a couple of times, my younger one. But and to get back to the Ella Langley thing, like I grew up with them, so I feel like the way I could replicate a girl's voice might be from me replicating them growing up kind of deal. But me and him were like in the same friend group, but we weren't like tight like that. Like he would be around, I'd be around kind of deal through like middle school, high school.
Yeah, we didn't like hang out on our own. We just like would hang out if our mutual friends were around.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And you guys are both from Virginia Beach, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He went to First Colonial, I went to Cox. And I was playing like in punk bands, like playing a bunch of like kind of hardcore music and but I always knew he was a good singer, you know? And so we just like
That's your
dad's band? The Janitors?
TheJanitors.com. He's the middle. Yep, Peyton Manning. I was about to say pull up the Peyton Manning one.
Wait, is that your dad?
Yeah.
So he's
I've never even
So what event is this?
He had played a wedding for somebody in like North Carolina, or I don't know where it was at, but he was like telling me, he was like,
that's funny.
he was singing in the middle in the crowd, and I think this is him like fresh out of, I think he went to Tennessee, right? I think this is him like fresh out of Tennessee. He was like, he's like, holy shit, there's a Heisman, Peyton Manning, the Heisman winner, is in the crowd. He went up to him and took a picture with him.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
So they're not doing it anymore? He's retired now?
Oh, well, no. I mean, they're still getting after it. Yeah, they're still getting after it. They don't play nearly as much. Like, they were rocking and rolling, and then COVID hit, and we weren't really even doing music like that at that time when COVID hit. But I could only imagine now looking back, like that would be like so detrimental to what we got going on if something like that were to happen again. Everything,
COVID?
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
something like
where you can't go out and play
Yeah, right.
gigs and shit.
Right.
right. We have to figure something out.
I was playing in a band called the Stink Bugs at the
Okay.
time. Stink Bugs, and then it's like BOOGZ. They like hired me as their bass player, and they had some really good music. We did like an EP together, but we got together right when COVID was happening, and we were playing at a few bars that were still like having live music throughout COVID. So
Oh, so we did actually have
There they
places that
are.
were remaining
yeah,
open
they
the whole
were.
time.
I don't know, like, should I like name? Is it okay?
I mean,
to name
it's
stuff?
fine
I mean,
now, I would say,
I was
yeah.
like stoked because I just turned 21 right when COVID, because I was born in '99, so I just turned 21 and I wanted to start like playing out and going to bars. So like, Riff House is the best. Kim and Dave, they are like the best.
Yeah,
And they
Virginia
were
was pretty,
they kept
like-
the live music going for sure.
Yeah, Virginia wasn't like super strict, I guess, like for COVID restrictions. Like, like there was like Florida where nothing ever closed down, and
Right.
then LA where everything closed
In
down
New
for like
York,
5
too.
years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Here it was like,
LA
depending on
for
where
sure.
depending on where you go,
Right.
it was kind of you might have to throw a mask
Right.
on, but like I feel like shit was still open.
Right.
So this is at the time when you're in this other band, Stink Bugs. This is around the time that the Steels like actually started.
So yeah, right about when was Summer Fling era?
Yeah, so
2022 or something.
I ended up playing football, and I was in the mix of trying to get recruited and everything. So I was going to like a prep school called Fork Union Military Academy in Fork Union, Virginia. Sometimes when you look it up, like Fork Union doesn't pop up type deal.
Yeah, where is that? I never heard of that.
It's over near Charlottesville. So it's close by, kind of close by UVA. But went there, and then I was off. So you go there for 3 months. It's like no cell phones. You got to write letters. You get like phone. It's like jail for real. But it's like you like at the same time you're having fun because everything's like kind of structured and like the guys around you, stuff like that. But I ended up getting out of there. And then that's where me and James was the only one in town. Everyone else was in college or going to school. So we were like, I was hitting the gym. He was hitting the gym. And we were like, let's work out together.
Curtis was hitting the gym. I wasn't hitting the gym. What were you doing? He came back into town, and I was like, all of a sudden wanted to start like working out and getting in shape. And yeah, he's pulling up for
This is the school?
Yeah, we played there. We just played
Yeah,
there
we
for a
did.
gig as a like it was like an alumni event.
I
Oh, is it
never done
a Christian school, Catholic school?
Yeah, it's Christian, or yeah, they made us go to church every Sunday.
It's a cool spot
It's
though.
cool.
It looks cool.
Little, it's like
Body,
old
mind,
school,
spirit.
Yeah, man.
But it's like
Shout
modern.
out Coach Schumann. He's the man. He booked us for the reunion, or not the reunion. I think it might have been a class reunion or an alumni event. But my dad played the night before at the hotel that they were staying at, and then we played that Sunday, the Sunday after during the like luncheon that they had.
Did you get your dad the gig, or did he get you the gig?
Probably because I went there. He's now Coach Schumann was hitting him up to get it. But he's been doing that for a while. But now it's like kind of like we're like set in stone sort of deal. Like we're probably gonna be there like every year or so.
That's hard. So you get back from there, you guys start going to the gym, but you're not really going to the gym?
Well, I wasn't at the time, but I knew was back from school because he wasn't going up there anymore, and like all of our mutual friends were up in school, so we just like hit each other up, and I was like, hey man, like, you know, I know you're going to the gym all the time. I want to start going to the gym, so we started hitting the rec all the time together.
Great Neck
And,
Rec.
Great Neck Recreation Center, and I was working full time at. Do you ever listen to the radio station?
Yeah.
The radio 96X, Bob FM.
Is that 96.1?
Yeah.
I listen to that a lot, actually.
I was there for 7 years. I was DJing. So I was going to TCC, but I ended up dropping out because I was just working full time there, and they ended up making me a DJ right out of high school. So I was just doing that. But he came back and I was here, and I was like, man, we should or we both were like, because he was always a good singer. We never really done anything together, but I played drums and bass and guitar, and I was like, we should do like a cover band kind of deal. So we did we put together a band called Summer Fling.
Yeah.
It was our first attempt, and it was
What did we play? 4 or 5 shows?
yeah. It was like our first little taste of the
just-
cover world.
yeah.
Like we were like, let's start a cover band, because I like everything, you know. I like the punk rock stuff, but I listen to all sorts of music, and he does too. So we were like, let's just do a cover band, you know. And we played a few shows and it was a lot of fun. And we had like a really nice crowd playing one time at Ocean Eddies. And I was like, this is cool, you know?
So why did that band stop after a few shows?
Band? I don't remember why they stopped, man.
Shoot, I think so. The drummer that you just saw do the dreads.
That was
TJ's,
our original drummer.
He was the original drummer in Summer Fling, which just like so happened. Like we were looking for a drummer. We had already had a friend named Wyatt McDaniels that was pretty good at guitar. He went to Berkeley for a little bit, and we were just looking for a drummer. And like Sheldon like moved next door to me, and then when we were trying to get it going, I was like, yo, Sheldon, I was like, you want to come jam with us sometime? He's like, yeah. And then we ended up using him, and then I think he ended up going back to Richmond, and Wyeth ended up
working full time
slash
he was going
to school,
yeah,
so he couldn't.
Masters,
he couldn't,
old
which
guitar player.
We were trying to, you know, kind of do what we're doing right now. Like, what was it, 6 years? I think I was just turned 21 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but then that came to a halt. And some years went by, like, just working. And, like, we'll do, like, I would step in on, like, house shows that he would play at. And we would be playing, like, Sublime and just, like, kind of jamming sort of deal.
Right.
And we would go out and we would see all this music and we were like, we got to get back in and we got to try it one more time. And then, so we started getting band members. My bad, Brian. We started getting band members and tried some drummers. Finally found Jake Manglamott from
Jake Mango.
Jake Mango. That's his.
This is when the origin begins.
Okay.
Are we making it too long? We're not making it too long.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
He's from Orange County, Virginia. And so I don't know if he had I think he has family down here, but he was like, you know, I'm going to try and get out of Orange and like go and just move somewhere else. He moves down here. Great drummer. Like he's like sticking with us, but it's like weeks on end, like where
auditioning
guitar players. There's like at one point, and there was some all right. We had one dude that we were gonna rock with, I thought for a second, but then he was saying he couldn't stay up past 10 o'clock, and I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
We went through
like a job or something.
Yeah,
he was a great guitar. Yeah, but
which one? Well, we went through like 8 guitar players.
Yeah.
And they were all, but our drummer, Jake, was playing in a band called Wizard Blue. And I kind of pitched the idea about this cover band because we already knew what we wanted to do, which is literally, you know, kind of what we're doing now. So we told him the idea and he stuck with us through like, honestly, like 2 months maybe of auditioning.
There was at one point where where
we were worried
I was texting Jake, no response. He like ghosted me for a little bit, for like a couple of weeks, and then eventually I called him a bunch of times. Like I swear I called him like 2 weeks in a row and he wasn't picking up, and then I called him again, and then I was like, okay, we got one more guy, like, and he picked up, and I was like, we got one more guy. And he's like, okay, I'm down to make the trip. Comes over. That's where Tyler James comes into the picture,
which is our current
drummer,
guitar player. Yeah.
And got him. He was doing his thing. He's excellent guitar player, and we got it rocking from there. And
the rest is history.
Yeah, I guess it's like you have to find, because there's probably a lot of people that can play these instruments, but it's like you have to find someone that will be dedicated to it.
Yeah.
That you guys is like personalities mesh
the
well.
Chemistry, yeah, the chemistry's got to be there.
We lucked out, man. Like it's amazing how good of musicians we got. Like they're gamers, like they're down to play whenever. Like if there's a gig that pops up that day, like especially when we were coming up, like people would drop out and they'd just be ready to roll. Like we were all just ready to play shows, like for no matter the cost, you know, make it happen.
We do like, I mean, through the summer we'll put like 40 to 50 hours in of playing shows, and like Tyler works like full time, and Jake teaches, and he's going back. He's like a full-time student too, so they put in a lot of hours, and we do too for sure, but they it's just they're dedicated for sure. They're great.
How does
They're
it
great
work?
bandmates.
Like how do you go about getting venues to book you as a cover band? Does you guys' draw play into it? Like, do venues care about that?
For
like,
sure.
if you can draw
Definitely.
people out, or is like because the bar might already be packed, so maybe you don't even need to bring
Right.
people
He
out.
handles the majority of the booking, but there were like places that really didn't book us until like maybe a year or so after we started
For
playing.
sure.
There were some places that we played here. We've been playing for 3 years now, so there are places that are just booking us after we've been asking for like 3 years. So I think it's a little bit of that.
Winning that 2026 Veer Cover Band Award was definitely like a good bargaining chip for sure to because it's out there in the public, and Veer is like a well-known magazine, especially like through the bar, because they have all sorts of categories. They have like best bar for live music and stuff like that. So winning that definitely was a good bargaining chip for us. For the most part, man, like he was on me for sure. Like we're both on each other, like just making sure everything's. He's mainly doing the social media stuff,
Yeah.
all the flyers that you see.
In the beginning, we were just like really hands-on about, me and him were really hands-on about everything. Like I was helping a lot with the booking, but then he kind of started taking that portion over just as like a point of contact. And then I just was like, all right, I'm just going to take the social media side over. So that's kind of been our roles
Right.
since it's been going a little bit.
For us, or in the earlier days, like we played shows for free before. We played it for like very little money. My biggest thing was like you just kind of gotta calculatedly like bug them a little bit, like call them, be like, I want to talk to the manager or whoever handles booking, and typically it takes like 4 or 5 phone calls typically to finally get in contact
It's
with
like
them.
sales. It's just like sales. You
Yeah.
just got to kind of sell them.
I mean, is there a lot of competition? Is there like a bunch of other cover bands out here?
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
Relatively, yeah. I'd say
There's
so, for
there's
sure.
definitely there's not many new, like I feel like comparatively speaking to back in the day, like when my dad was playing, like there was a big, really, really big market. Like there was live music going on every single day of the week in Virginia Beach. Like he had a Ocean Eddies like house band, where he would sit in Monday through Wednesday every single week.
It's like a residency.
Yeah, residency,
Yeah.
correct. And
It slowed down though.
yeah, it's
Well,
definitely slowing down a little bit. Like I've seen some of your other podcasts. The DJs are definitely easier and they're less expensive for sure.
Yeah, we had on I forgot bro name now. What's the band called that we just had on? Beach Band.
Emerald Beach.
Emerald Beach. And he was telling me, because we're talking about the Alley, which is like a nightclub now.
Where is
That pretty much just plays like hip hop music. They're in Newport News right here.
Okay.
And he was telling me that his dad used to be in a band. And at that time, this was like 20, 30 years ago, the Alley would book a cover band. Like most of these clubs out here that have DJs now, they would book cover
It's
bands.
just all cover bands back.
But now it's like,
Right.
instead of paying a cover band like $1,000, you can just pay a DJ $200.
Correct. Yeah.
And the crowd, I don't know if the crowd just lost interest in hearing live music or they just don't even know what they're missing, because a lot of people nowadays in the 757, you're not really going out to hear live music. Like if you're going to the bar, you're just going to like get drunk and like hang out with friends. If there's live music there, it's a plus, but like I don't think we're that accustomed out here to like wanting to see that these days.
Sure. It definitely is like beneficial, or the bar's getting a better deal for sure. And, a lot of people want to hear that DJ music, there's no doubt about it. But I think it's something really cool about like, like a live band and what we try to do is like play that, that DJ music, especially once it gets to that time or it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we try to play like, some of the more DJ songs.
Have you heard us
so.
do No Hands yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have. I think you guys did that at Hosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys would play like rap, hip hop, fucking
Yeah.
pop,
We try to
country,
do what
rock.
bands aren't doing around here, which I think is a little bit of that. And, I think that's kind of what's cool because if, when you get the bands that are playing, I mean, people want to see the old school stuff for sure, but you know, that's what we're trying to be different, is we're trying to play the stuff the DJ is going to play, but they're seeing a band play it, which is something you don't really see. So that on top of the band already being like a novelty thing is kind of where we stand out.
It's about what works for the venue too, you know.
For sure.
Like you guys might have a different set at different places.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We have, how many songs do you think we have on rotation? We have at least 60, 70 songs on active rotation. But we'll pull out more. But definitely it'll be like older music earlier in the night. And then as we're getting into the later into the night, we're looking at like No Hands, like older music, Black Eyed Peas. Well, when I say older music that we like kind of grew up with.
I was gonna say that too. Like a lot of the crowd at the places you guys play, it's not like it's 20-year-olds. It's like 30 to 50-year-olds.
Right.
So you almost don't need to play stuff from like this decade.
Right.
The Ella shit works because that's like really popular right now, and especially if you're at like a country bar, people know that. But people aren't expecting you to play like fucking, I don't know. Or, you know, who the newest rappers are, or the newest stuff. Like,
Right.
But yeah, so you can kind of sit in that bag of stuff that you actually grew up listening to.
Right, for sure. And that's where I think the DJs kind of, because we went through, you know, 2000s, 2010s. I mean, I didn't really start digging into like other music up until, like, I started getting into alternative up until like high school. I was listening to like, it was like a big hip hop boom, like 2010s and 2020s. Drake, you know, all that. Lil Uzi had came out in like, what was it, 2016, stuff like that.
Around that time.
And all,
SoundCloud
and
era.
you can't really replicate that as a live band. So I feel like you do your best to replicate that, but I feel like DJs can do their best with that type of music kind of deal. Do it justice, sort of.
Yeah, that could be cool for certain places, but I will say, like, I enjoy seeing live music. And I think more people out here would if they just got exposed to it a bit more. It's just like, that's not our culture out here. Like you guys went to Nashville. Like if you go to, my little brother went to Nashville recently, he told me. Or if you go to like Austin, like those scenes are full of live entertainment, live comedy, live music. Like every place is going to have that.
Austin's like exploding right now. Austin's real big.
Yeah.
Bro, like seeing what Austin did with their comedy scene and how quickly they grew it really gives me hope for this area.
For sure.
It's like we can create a market here, not just with comedy, but with music and other creative shit. We can create a market here and make people from like outside this area want to come here to see what we have going on.
For sure.
And like if you look at Austin, they did it in like a year, bro.
Yeah.
But they had big players.
Like
they had fucking Joe Rogan, Kill Tony, all the biggest people in the world are there. So that is kind of like a jump start. But it didn't take them that long.
Southwest is like, you know, always been there. So it's kind of been a little bit, but with the comedy especially, it's really boomed out there.
Bro, Kill Tony, like you guys watch Kill Tony?
Love Kill Tony.
Bro, people literally go there, like comics from all around the world go there and they'll have a good set and like jump off their career just off doing good on that show.
Right. If they crush it, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. It would be cool to do something like that with music. They should do like a...
So we just did something like that with music.
Really?
We did All for a Live. Mm-hmm. We did our first live show August, what was it, 8th? August 8th. We actually did it in like partnership with Newport News. They gave us some money to do it. We did it at this 270-seat theater in Newport News. And it was pretty much like a Kill Tony situation, but we kind of did it a bit differently. We actually have the whole show live on YouTube if you missed it, but we had a stand-up comedy act up there, but it was mainly musical acts. And it was like that. Like we had a live band behind us. They were kind of playing accompanying music. We would have featured acts come up and perform, and then we'd like do like a mini interview with them. And then like we kind of did that. It was like a 2-hour show. So it was successful. This was our first time doing it. We're going to do it again. But that is my idea, kind of to create this like this live show that's breaking local acts, and it's not just comedy. It can be anything. If you fucking juggle fire and you have like an interesting story, like we can do that too, and it'll work.
Off-World Live.
Off-World Live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
So we want to do that more often.
They did like there was this guy, I can't remember his name, that used to do Virginia's Got Talent. You ever remember seeing that guy?
Oh,
the local shows.
Which
one really?
I remember that.
Tony style. It was more like America's Got Talent, Virginia's Got Talent thing. But I think like That's where y'all did it? That's sick.
Yeah,
man.
that's the stage right
That looks
there.
awesome.
But we had like lighting, like spotlight and shit.
Yeah.
Like shit was fire.
That looks legit.
So when you had walked out, they had the spotlight.
So
He's funny, man.
So that's my boy Bobby. This is a character we created named Bradley, and we had him introduce the show, like, cause he's like emo. He's like hates everything. So he comes out, he's like, welcome to Off World Live.
Yeah.
He's like,
I heard if that's the type of shit you're into, like,
bro. But like, I wanna like that's one of my goals. I want to create a live show out here that we market to the general public. And it gets them excited about like these local acts, because like that's the biggest problem with most. I know a lot of creatives out here, and all of our problem is that we have a hard time marketing to the general public. Like there's a creative scene out here, maybe of like a couple thousand people, and we know about each other, we support each other.
Yeah.
But there's just like the average 9 to 5 person that doesn't know about us.
Right.
We need to figure out how to promote to them.
For sure. Doing stuff like that, I mean, that's the way to do it, and promoting it too, you know.
This was
That's
big for
awesome.
us. Like I said, we've been having some milestones. I'm about to interview the mayor of Newport News and City Hall. That's gonna be
City
cool.
Hall is
That's awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
How are you gonna bring your set?
Yes. We're gonna bring our setup and set up somewhere in there. I'm gonna be fucking busting off Alps the whole time.
Yeah.
Do you all have a date locked in for that?
Yeah, September 20th.
Where are you getting
Nice,
your
man.
Alps from?
Online.
Online?
You do you use Alps? Oh, you said you vape, right?
No.
Oh, you said you vape. Yeah.
I vape, yeah.
I'm a recovering Alp /
Alcoholic.
pouch guy that's currently on Alps and Velos and all that.
Then you try all the different brands.
I like the Alps a lot, to be honest.
You want one of these?
I'll take one of them.
Wait, so when you buy them offline, you gotta like
Nectar.
Sweet Nectar.
how do you do the ID thing?
Oh, you just put your birthday in.
That's
I guess
it?
they just believe you. Yeah.
Because they stopped.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
they stopped selling. I don't know. I can't ever find anyone that's because I do like the refillable vapes, right?
Yeah.
So it's like cheaper and I think they taste better and but they recently passed a law in Virginia where it's like they banned all these. Did you all know about that or anything?
What have they been?
They banned all these different vape flavors. Now there's only like or not vape flavors, all these different vape juice companies for like refillable vapes. So now there's like Twist is like the only vape juice brand you can buy, and they have like 3 flavors.
That's probably similar to what they did with Juul back in the day. They're trying to take out certain flavors that appeal to kids. So they're like, you know.
Well, they still have like this is like pink lemonade, but it's just one brand because it used to be all these different. It was like juice.
Maybe it's
heads,
a
like,
monopoly shit.
Yeah,
Like they want just one company to make all the money.
Is like the only brand now that has refillable vape juice.
Alp, I get my Alps online. Like there's certain, because it's still like a relatively new brand. Which also I just found out recently that Philip Morris is actually the one that makes Zen, which is the company that makes Marlboro cigarettes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like I think they just announced recently. So I think nicotine pouch sales are like exceeded cigarette sales now, and also the FDA just approved that pouches are healthier than cigarettes.
Wow.
So now they're the most healthiest option of like nicotine.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know what the long-term effects are, bro, but like I know I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 13 years old. Like I've been smoking like a pack a day since I was 13. And
The pouches are probably
The
way
pouches-
more healthier than cigarettes.
I feel like it because like even just the short-term
I used to
effects,
smoke
my
cigarettes.
lungs are so much more clear. Like I can breathe way better.
Oh, for sure.
So like I got instant better effects. So I don't know what it's gonna be like in like 20 years, but
right. What did you used to smoke? What was your cigarette?
Marlboro Reds.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to smoke the light blue spirits. Were like my go-to.
Well, my mom smoked Reds, so I think that's why I got on those. I would just steal some of her
They're
cigarettes
the
back in the day.
legendary. They're like the
Cowboy
the
killers,
Yeah, the
you know.
legendary cowboy cigarette.
I tried Newports for like 2 months. I'm like, yeah. What is this?
There's some
Nicotine
facts
pouches
about it.
nicotine pouches are generally considered less harmful to the lungs than vapes because they bypass. Okay, obviously that. So people say it can inflame your gums or give you like gum cancer, but I think my gums are just so used to nicotine from smoking so much that
Yeah.
it's like I don't really notice it.
Right. I get
know.
that. You ever get like the dead skin or whatever?
It'll happen if you like. That's why I try to always drink with it. If I pop one in, I'll drink some water or something like.
Does that happen?
Yeah, you get like, I don't know. It's like,
Well, you know, Zen users use it rectally.
What is that?
They put it in their ass.
Oh no!
No, I'm just kidding. That's
Do
like
they really?
It's like a meme going around.
okay.
Nah. Well, Alp, I don't know if you guys know how Alp even got started.
I've never even
Is
heard
it
of
Tucker's?
So this is Tucker Carlson's brand.
Tucker Carlson
Yeah.
sponsored the man.
Please. So
Alp.
basically, Tucker used to use Zins, and he was like an active promoter of Zen. But then
That's like the big brand. Right?
that's the big brand. And then he would start saying shit on his podcast like Zen will. I think he was saying like it helps you get boners and shit. He was giving it all these super positive
Right.
things that like.
Superpowers.
And then the Zen president came out and said you got to stop saying that because our thing we don't say it does that because it actually doesn't. Like you're putting
Right.
stuff on it, it's not doing.
Right.
Even though it's positive shit.
Right.
So then Tucker's like, all right, fuck Zen. They're all woke and shit. He's like, I'm starting my own brand. So
They
then he
create
just like
Alps.
starts Alps. Yeah.
And those are the ones that give you the superpowers.
Yes. You will be rock hard for 8 hours. Money will
Zen
enter
thing.
your account.
What was he like a public he was like their spokesman guy?
Not really. He just like was a user and he would just talk about it.
Oh, got you. So he wasn't
Tucker
working
was.
with the
No,
company.
he
but-
wasn't working.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
because you can really only promote. They've got laws like how much you can promote that stuff or what you can say about
Yeah.
it. So
He's like,
Sim
fuck
was
that woke shit, bro.
Yeah, Sim was like, yo.
I don't know. But it's cool though.
I tried my first Zen.
Did I give it to you?
Yeah, I think I'd had one, but I tried my first like while I was like sober.
I
remember,
like it.
when I was
like
in
it.
Nashville.
When in college and stuff like that, I'd be vaping, and like you said, like I'd be playing sports, and I'd be like, I've been on and off like
You can't
ever
smoke and play
since.
football.
Yeah. Ever since like the vapes hit there, like when I turned 18, you could purchase them. You would be partying or whatever and hitting them. Ever since I turned 18, I've just been off and on. But I'm like completely off them, and I'm like, I like the way the pouches are better than the vapes because of that effect. Kind
It
of.
also does stop your craving. Like I tried to vape. I wanted to stop smoking cigs for a while. It's like nothing was helping. Like I started using the pouches, and I legit don't have a cigarette craving. So I'm
Right.
like, all right, it's just working
Did
for
you
me.
go through a vape phase? Were you
I did.
vaping?
I tried to vape for a few months.
You didn't like it though.
I was like, I'm gonna just smoke a fucking cigarette.
For me,
I'm
it
already
was like
smoking.
trading off completely. Like when I was done smoking cigs, because I smoked for a few years,
Yeah.
but I just switched right to vapes, and I was like, this is cool.
Me, the main reason I really wanted to stop smoking cigs is because I feel like it was making my teeth yellow. It was making my teeth really yellow, and like it was fucking my voice up, and I kind of like want to keep my voice for what I'm trying to do.
for sure.
So I was like, I gotta try
Teeth don't
something.
look yellow,
His
though.
dad introduced him to Alps, and then he introduced him to me.
Okay.
Because he used to vape heavy. When we first met, he was vaping all the
It
time.
gets you off
the
vapes.
box, the box,
Really?
box mod type beat.
All of
Yeah.
them. The gig bar.
He fucks with the mint flavors though. Like this is like you see the sweet nectar. It's like a very subtle
Yeah.
flavor. He likes all the minty shit. I'm not really for that.
I
but-
like them. Isn't that what we had on the course? the
Yeah,
other day?
I do. I do the wintergreen Velos if I can't get my hands on the Alps.
Yeah. So we're talking about the birth of the Steels. You guys are having auditions, trying out like different guitar players, drummers, finding somebody who's a good fit. We talked about kind of how to book gigs, which is really just like reaching out to these venues personally, like, and then it does help if you have like a track record. Maybe you can
For
say,
sure.
we've done this, this, and this. We won the Veer Music Awards, which that is like kind of a staple in the area. I was at that awards where you guys won.
Right.
I didn't even know they've been doing that shit for like 20 years.
That was it. Man,
didn't
that
know
was
that.
cool. I didn't even. That was the first time I had ever been and attended. And they have a cool setup. It's like kind of like a local
It's a award show.
local
Yeah.
award show. Yeah.
Did you guys see the guys with the bagpipes and shit? They were. I didn't expect to see
I
that.
think were we there?
They're like, where's it, Scottish or something?
I was like right when we first got
Maybe.
there.
They had the whole like plaid.
Right, that was
they had
right
the
when we
plaid
first
fit
got
on.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had like drums and they had other instruments too. But
Yeah.
there was like the bagpipes right up front, right?
Well, maybe they didn't even have bagpipes. They just looked like they would have bagpipes, but they had the whole plaid fit
yeah,
on.
they did have bagpipes.
The Steels won the 2026 Veer Music Awards for Best Cover Band. Come on, I don't even know any other fucking cover bands. If
AI's
you're not
got
talking
our
about
backs,
the Steels,
man.
like. Oh, also, well, we talked about this the other night at the bar, I think, but that's where I found out about Celeste Kellogg was at Veer this
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
She's fire, bro. I
Yeah.
think she's literally about to blow, I think.
She's awesome.
Didn't she perform?
She won something and then she performed. But I literally just discovered her there. I've never heard of her before.
She was awesome.
I saw something that she did something at the White House. But yeah, man, she's an awesome singer. She's got the look. She's got the voice. Like, there's no reason why she can't do it, kind of deal, for sure.
So maybe
after for a while. Too.
You said what?
I think she's been singing for a while.
I mean, she looks like she's seasoned. Like seems like professional and like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she absolutely.
Let me see.
She's also like I think she's Christian, so she's big on like God and kind of being Yeah, she's 32. Okay. Why are you laughing? Well, bro, also it's like I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but like I forgot who said it, but they were
awesome.
like,
yeah, she crushed it for sure.
Yeah, I can see her literally being like the next fucking Ella Langley. No bullshit. But like I forgot who said it, but it's like this.
I think she was rocking the bangs before Ella was. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen her without bangs.
Come on, shout out Celeste. I've also never met anybody else.
Whoever's doing her website.
Who?
I don't know. I'm trying to find that out.
Oh, you like it?
They're doing a good job.
I know a guy that makes good websites. If you guys need someone. This dude Tyler Donovan, he's pretty fire.
We need to get a web. Everyone's asking us about a website.
I'll tap you guys in with him. We need to make one too. Honestly, we never made a fucking website yet. But
I feel like they're becoming a little obsolete. But I mean,
it's a little obsolete. Like it does give you a bit more like legitness. Like you got a fucking website.
And also organize. I think it organizes everything. It's like a big link. It's like because even Linktree is like just the links, but the website helps like. You know, here's our bio, and here it kind of helps organize everything. So I think websites still have a place for sure.
They do. I was gonna say like, because even like reminding me of her being like 32. I forgot who said it, but somebody was like, "We're about to return to an age of middle-aged superstars." Because like back in like the 80s and 90s, everybody that was like a superstar, like famous, they're like 30, 40, and then we got to this era from like 2006 to like 2020,
it was
where it was like everybody's like 16.
Biebers. It was like the Justin Biebers.
Yeah, like all the young rappers that blew up, Justin Bieber, like all these young kids.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's getting back to that middle age era, which I think is because like it's just literally our age group is the biggest demographic in America. Like people aren't having kids as much. Like I think we looked it up before, but like our age group is literally the biggest fucking population. So even from a business standpoint, that's like you should be marketing to those people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there were a lot of people, you know, always think like you got to be young to be, you know, like a star that's blowing up. But, you know, there's a lot of artists and bands that have been like the guys in Sublime.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy died, Bradley Noel died before they even blew up, but he was like 30 when he died and wrote that.
What was he, the lead singer?
Yeah, he wrote, and they wrote that, you know, that they were never even really that big when he was alive, but when he died is when they blew up, and he was like 30. I think he was close to 30.
Were they still performing music that he wrote, or like they had a whole different?
They stopped playing for a long time, but so when he died, I'm a big Sublime guy too.
I listened to him back in the day, in like high school.
But they, that last album with Santeria, What I Got, Doing Time, that didn't even release yet. He had a heroin overdose and died, and then they were on tour to promote it, so they ended up releasing it. But he was almost 30.
28
and they weren't even that. They weren't even,
crazy.
you know, they did Warped Tour, but they weren't like a headlining.
His son's taken over the band since then. Like he's the front man now.
You can't even find videos that aren't super.
Jacob Noel is now the front.
Is it all like a whole new band, or
they're doing new music. Is pretty good. There's one.
But they have the OG guys back.
The OG guys are there.
Eric Wilson, who's like.
Great musicians.
That's honestly like one of my favorite bass players is Eric Wilson from Sublime.
I wonder what happened
He's back playing with them now too.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys listen to Linkin Park, but you know Chester died, and then I think 2 or 3 years ago they had that girl that they put as a lead singer, and they did like a whole tour, but like I haven't heard shit since then. I don't know if she's still in it or what.
I think I just saw a video recently. I think she's still getting it.
You like some of the new Sublime stuff, right?
Yeah, they got some new songs that replicate their old stuff pretty well.
I mean, right now it seems like it's a time for it. I don't know if it's like a nostalgic thing, but a lot of these old like rock bands and punk bands are coming back right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Who just did the All American Rejects? Did the college tour. I think you said Sublime's about to start dropping. It's a few of them. It's a few
For
of them.
sure.
I think hip hop just took over for so long. It became like the center thing, and I think people are just wanting something new right now.
Yeah.
So rock is becoming more popular again. It's this one fucking rock band, bro. I forgot what it's called now. It's an all black rock band.
Black Pumas?
Nah, look them up, Karen. You can find them. But they had this song that was on the radio. It's like, it was a viral hit. I think it blew up on TikTok. And bro, like I'm literally listening to this song and I thought it was a song from the early 2000s. Like it just sounds like that vibe.
Like that, yeah.
And then I find out it's this like new band. It's an all black band and like they're crushing it right now.
There's a lot of artists.
Oh,
rock.
Man, I saw them on Instagram.
Is that them, Karen? Zoom in on that.
I think so.
It's like the something. I think that's their name. The Paradox. They're fire, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like young too. I think they're like probably like 20, 21.
You know what's crazy is that revival sound of like I was just showing him some music I'm making now that sounds like dance music from the early 2000s. There's like and it's always been like, because in the 80s they were trying to make a lot of like the Stray Cats were trying to make stuff that sounded like it was from the 60s. And there's like this artist from Virginia, George Clanton, who's blown up, but he makes music that sounds like it's from the 80s or 90s. So it like triggers this nostalgia. It's like, oh, maybe there's this song that I missed from back then. So maybe that's like, you know, what were they called?
The Paradox.
Paradox, yeah. So like, you know, because music's always evolving, but it's also, you know, there's people that try to replicate an older sound. Like what's the band that sounds like Zeppelin? Greta Van Fleet. Like reviving that sound, you know, and everyone's like, well, they sound like Zeppelin, but they still did really good because they sounded like Zeppelin, you know, they sound like a whole Zeppelin album you didn't hear, you know. So I think that stuff's kind of cool, you know, like reviving music sounds of previous times.
I feel like music lost its soul for a bit there. It's like a lot of the music that was coming out, I just like didn't feel shit. It could sound cool sometimes. I mean, really from like fucking the SoundCloud era to now, like I don't know, like it's like it felt like something was missing.
Right. It was materialistic type like stuff sort of deal. And then that was cool at one point. But then once you get like 4 years of that, you're like, okay,
and there's so many artists now, like, you know, in the 60s, it used to be obviously it used to be hard to record music and put out. 70s got easier in 80s. And now it's just like anyone can release a song. So there's just so much music to dig through because there's so many underground artists that are crushing it because I try to stay up on that. But it's just hard to find that stuff because there's just so much like garbage.
Yeah. I think also what it is
a lot of
like
garbage.
These days, to be a successful artist, you have to do so much outside of making music, like marketing, all this shit, like social media. Where like most creative, like all the most like fire people I know, like the dude 101 I was telling you guys about.
Yeah.
Like I love his music so much, but he's just like a true artist and that's what he does well. He doesn't do anything else. So it's like, unfortunately, he may never blow up because he doesn't do all the other stuff. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, how many of people like that are there in the world that are really the true like geniuses with the shit, but they just don't care to do all this other shit.
Right. And I don't mean to say there's like garbage, you know, but there's
there is a lot of garbage out there.
I mean, there is. Like you type in an artist, like we'll check to see, like, because we're looking for names for like original, like we're trying to come up with original artist names. So we're like, oh, is this name available? Like, you know, like Off-World. Like, let's see if Off-World's and there'll be like 6 different artists that have already made music.
Trying to find a name
like junk. You know,
why bands' names are always so crazy? They'll be like the Buttfuckers or like some shit. Like you gotta have the most wild name.
You do. There's this band from Philly. I think they're from Philly. Yeah. They're like they've been around for a couple years. They're called They're Gutting a Body of Water. Such a long name.
It's called They're Gutting a Body of Water.
They're Gutting a Body of Water, and it's like
that doesn't even sound like
it's just
appeasing,
so
though.
Cool though. It's so cool, and I just stumbled across it, and it's just I can't even I think there's some really cool new music coming out too, and like that's just a way of sticking out is having a name.
The
that's
crazy
like
name,
6 words.
Going back to Celeste Kellogg, I think nowadays
awesome,
especially
Philadelphia,
you got social media that can help you blow up like instantly, but I think longevity a lot recently is the name of the game. Like Morgan Wallen was in the mix for like years on The Voice in Nashville playing, and he eventually blew up to what he was doing, but he was in the mix for probably 10 years, 10 years before he ended up getting his fame. And then you got Turnstile, new more like pop hardcore. They've been doing it for 10 years. And we were talking to me and him were talking one time.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen, and then he's doing the crossovers too with Dirk and Turnstile. 10 years they've been getting at it, and like I was talking to him, I was like, do you know how many people probably told them within that 10 years to like get a job or like yeah, like when are you gonna stop?
Yeah.
But they like you just kept
pushing.
getting at it, and then now they are the biggest, probably the biggest rock band around now.
For sure.
Turnstile. Bring up one of their concerts, Kieran. We went to Browns Island,
Where are they from?
They're
Baltimore.
Okay.
But they're nationally huge. I mean, I think they're doing world tour shit.
Their
Also,
concerts
you wouldn't
are
expect
crazy, man.
You wouldn't expect a rock band to come out of Baltimore.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
There's a lot of reggae bands that come out of Baltimore.
They came out with this album, Glow On, and went on Suicide Boys' Grey Day tour in like 2021 or 22. And I saw them, but my buddy had been listening to them since like 2016.
These shows
That
are no
album.
phone shows, man. You cannot have a phone out.
Nonstop Feeling is a great album. That's like one of their
gotta
old.
tap
But
in.
so they used to be like, I'm not gonna say they were really hardcore, but that's kind of what they used to play. It was just like hardcore, kind of slam dance music, and then they started like polishing it, making it a little more poppy. But they've just found this like really like nice. They've just connected
Yeah,
with the
dude.
people. You know, I mean, they've got,
Oh, I know that fucking hurt. He landed on the
that
railing.
dude.
They did like a free show in Baltimore too. That was crazy. Like
Do they have the Baltimore accent like to you and all that?
no.
So even though it's like,
Although I have
poppy,
never
it's-
talked to him before, so I don't
But, like,
I don't
in their
know. I
music,
can't
though.
confirm that.
Well, have you heard of that? Have you heard of that before?
Yeah,
They're
for
like,
sure.
"Chew," like,
Yeah.
what you doing?
I used to play with a lot of kids from Baltimore
Yeah,
football.
they get to some insane crowds, man. You know, that's the side of the stage.
I feel like
too.
I would never crowd surf, and I'm good on being in a mosh pit.
Well, that crowd
to be honest
doesn't
with
even
you.
look like they're. The crowd looks like
we were
Yeah,
at
big
this
fuck.
we were at this
That's a big ass
show,
crowd.
and this girl like
They're about to like bum rush a stage.
Yeah, they let them come up and jump around, and
oh yeah.
the kids love it. You know,
When we were at
Not
Brown,
kids, but, you know, I
when
mean,
we were at
just everyone, like,
Browns Island.
people all ages.
Yeah,
like
where's that
so-
That's it's a Richmond venue.
Okay.
It's called Browns Island. It's where in Richmond? It's near
It's
downtown.
like down. It's like right under a bridge. It's like a big bridge.
They have a song.
James River.
Yeah, they have a song called "Birds" where people just start like getting up on stage, moshing, like jumping in the audience. They were pepper spraying people at this concert.
Yeah, they weren't really
The
cool.
band was?
no
Or security.
No.
The security was?
The
Oh.
band was pepper spraying people, dude.
That's crazy. And the
I would
people
not
just
be
loving like,
talking
yes,
about 'em."
pepper spray me. I got pepper sprayed
Yeah,
by
like,
the
You
the
ever,
video where they were pepper
Samir? You
spraying fans.
ever hear of Guar?
Isn't that like the band with like fucking masks and shit?
man.
Yeah.
I think there's a Guar bar in
Yeah,
Richmond.
in
I've been
Richmond.
there.
From Richmond.
I've been there, yeah.
You want to talk about pepper spraying people?
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
dude, like shoots out like
Odors.
blood out of his. It's
Odors
crazy.
in your
Is that actually them or was that a cartoon?
No, this is them, bro. This is the newer singer they have. They used to have this guy, Dave Brocky.
Yeah, that's fucking
This was
insane.
like a theater project. They went to VCU
Okay.
back in the 90s, I think late 80s, and then they started playing in the 90s. But it was a theater project of some sort, and they just spray they're crazy. If y'all don't watch some videos of this band, they just like
You've definitely seen them.
yeah, they like decapitate. They like they'll like they don't really get political. They just like kill all sorts of different politicians and just like rip their heads off and then just squirt. They've got these hoses connected to the costumes, so they'll fake like decapitate people and it'll just spray the whole. So that's the whole thing. It's like they just spray the crowd with
Are their
blood.
faces hidden? Like nobody knows what they look like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I've seen them like 3 times to be honest. They're awesome. It's
Yeah,
really-
their
it's kinda
fucking
cheesy, but it's
costume
so-
designers got to be crazy.
Look at it.
And then people love it. The whole thing is like you're supposed to wear like a white shirt to the show and like see what it looks like after. But the music's like that guy.
Look at my shirt after Guar.
But the music, I honestly don't think their music's like
Before
you would
Guar.
think their music would just be like whatever, but I think they actually made some pretty good songs.
Was it just like hardcore metal type shit?
It's like it's like more like metal rock and roll.
See, I'll be honest. I love
They
like
have
punk
a tiny
rock.
desk too. Have
I
you
love
seen
rock,
it? You know
too.
about it?
I never really got into like screamo though, like the hardcore metal shit. I never really got into that.
For sure. It's like
I like more like the sad vibes, like sad rock.
I do too.
Type
for
shit.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's some screamo I like, but
yeah,
look,
they
they do it.
Never
They
look
do
like
it.
this on Tiny Desk.
They just like ruin the whole set, start breaking everything.
Well, they're pretty talented,
They just got their shtick.
I feel like they'd be a band in like Lord of the Rings or some shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's
I've
never watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That was my shit,
Oh,
bro.
that's
You gotta watch
terrible.
that, bro. Bro, with the bow and arrow, what's the elf dude?
Legolas.
That was my guy, bro. I guess even going back to what you said, like, yeah, and there was a period of time for the last, like, maybe like from the start of like TikTok, maybe from like 2018 to like 2023, 4, where it's like we got a lot of this microwavable music. And I think that record labels just said fuck it at that point. They're like, okay, we don't know if this artist is going to be relevant a year from now, but he has this song that's going up on TikTok, so we'll just give him a single deal. We'll make the money we can right now, and then next year we'll just find somebody new. And either they got tired of that, like the people didn't want that, they saw there was no longevity in it. So, but I feel like now it's kind of getting back to like we want a developed, seasoned artist that we can promote for a decade, and that their catalog will mean something 20 years from now.
Sure.
You know,
For sure.
so I think the game has had a lot of shifts in it in the last like 20 years. I think it's
For
getting
sure.
back to like real talent, authenticity, like being original. Like you
Yeah.
can't really like there was a time where you could just copy somebody like verbatim and then
Right.
like or you can copy their exact sound. And Spotify will put you in this playlist because it sounds like this other thing
Right.
and now like you're good. But I think people, it's just also a thing of like we've all been exposed to so much. We all have phones now, so we can see everything that's happening. So it's like now something actually has to be unique to catch our eye.
For sure. Yeah. And I think that's where the actual artist creativity will shine. And everyone's worried about like, the AI and stuff. But I think the real artist will shine, and the real creativity will cut through all that stuff. So I like albums too. Is the new thing is pushing singles, singles. But I've always loved albums. Like if I find a song that I like from a band, the first thing I do is I pull up that album. I'm like, I want to hear what else is on this album. If there's another song I might like, So I hope, that kind of style comes back too a little bit. Not that it ever went away, but the new thing is like singles. Everyone likes
Well, they saying Drake about to drop another album.
Really?
yeah.
It's called. He posted a picture on his Instagram the other day. It was just like a CD, and the cover was like fear of missing out.
Oh yeah.
So people are thinking he's about to drop a 4th album because he just dropped 3 at once. I don't know if y'all are
Right.
into Drake. Like that.
I know he did like that big block of ice in the
The Iceman. He was supposed to drop Iceman, and then that night he ended up dropping not 1 but 3 albums.
Wow.
Yeah, surprisingly dropped like 3 when he was supposed to drop 1.
He's got some cool music. I don't follow him that well though, but that's
Yeah.
crazy though to drop 3 albums.
Yeah.
And the fans want that stuff. They don't,
We want that shit, bro.
Yeah, people want that stuff.
I guess
I
I'll-
love
How long was
album
he gone
art
for?
and
how long was he gone for, and then he finally dropped an album?
No, he always drops. He
Okay.
just dropped the album like a few months before that with Party Next Door.
Oh, okay.
He drops every year.
Okay.
He doesn't really take long hiatuses like that. I guess so. So you guys are running around doing a bunch of shows, like doing the cover band stuff. Where are you guys at with your original music? Like, are you trying to build leverage up to be able to promote your original stuff, like through the cover band scene? Like, is there other examples of bands that were cover bands that became successful original artists? Like, how do you guys see that right now?
I mean, we have written some songs as the band we're working on. We've just spent the last 3 months working on our like own studio that we're renting out, but we're trying to make it into a full studio. But we have some songs, and we made a song called "Beg for It."
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's
We're
like
trying
the
to
alternative kind of rock / dance type vibe, very like pulsy, like
Yeah. We've just had a busy summer, so it is, and we push really hard to book shows, and
we're definitely gonna take time this winter to because we're both so busy in the summer, like five days a week. We have 6 shows this week.
yeah.
6
This
shows
week right now?
Yeah.
Oh
week.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. And
But I stay making music. I'm trying to push like an electronic sound for like my own kind of deal, like a punk alternative, mainly electronic kind of dance housey. I'm trying to work it out right now. I'm trying to put out music, but I know he wants to put out music too as the band. We're just trying to find the sound, you know.
I should have took the time that I had and learned an instrument. I played drums a little bit, but when I was younger, I had lessons, and then I do keys. My goal for next year is to be fluent on the keys, to be able to play with the band for sure. At least fill up some room every once in a while for some songs.
Like sing and play piano.
Yeah.
I guess it could be hard too, like finding your own sound or really honing in on one sound because you're always just playing like all these other sounds.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what's weird is we like we were saying earlier, we kind of make a lot of these songs like we don't really play them like they're recorded, you know. We kind of add our own twist to it. And then we're like, oh, that's our sound. So when we get in the studio, that's kind of what we try to create. But we've just spent so much time like covering music. So we haven't really spent any time practicing creating music. And it's just, there's different elements. Everyone in the band kind of writes music, you know? So
Right.
it's just like, we're just trying to get that. We just really haven't locked in on that. But we're trying to, you know, we want to put out music. We've written a few cool songs.
Tyler, I got you. Cheap Rent. Check him out.
Yeah.
Tyler Kissball. He's under Tyler Kissball on another alias. He's got another song out.
These are the other band
Our
members.
guitarist, yeah.
Okay.
Devoured by Seagulls. He writes some really cool. Our guitarist makes a lot of really cool. He has a song, Enemy is the song name. It's under Cheap Rent.
It sounds like a hit.
And that's like totally electronic sounding, but it's really cool, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like anything you would like you would see back in the day, like 2010s type.
Maddie Lee, our other singer.
Right, yeah. So Maddie, shout out Maddie as well. She's a fifth member of the band as well. She hits us. She gets on stage about once a week, plays with us, helps me out a ton, helps the band out, brings a different
Singing and
whole new element to the band that we love and appreciate. She's got her own real big fan base as well.
But she sings on that, which is the Cheap Rent's Enemy song with Tyler. And our drummer, I don't know, he plays drums on what is it? It's
Dark or
the cat
in black dresses.
Black
Black cats in dresses.
I'm so sorry,
like
Jay.
that.
Black cats and dresses.
No, but they have a lot. Honestly, it's like one of the most successful. They
I'm gonna
have a
send you
lot
this
of
video.
streams. He plays drums with this group.
Black cats in dresses.
Black cats and dresses.
The dude that he plays drums with in the studio, the one song that actually it was in my
They're
top
pretty
100
popular.
listening
Yeah, they're pretty
for
popular.
the 1 year.
That just reminded me of this. Pull this up, Karen.
Black cats and dresses. So everyone in the band, and Jake, the drummer, he plays guitar and bass too, and he's made some really cool beats. And he's a great keyboardist.
He's going to school right now, so he's actually just went back. He's full-time ODU student as well as full-time with us, as well as teaching the youth. And he has anybody from like 80 years old to like 3 or 4 years old teaching kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's some AI like cat videos I've been fucking getting fed on my feed recently. It's like this emo cat.
Yo,
James used to have that haircut back in the day.
I did.
And it's just like puts on fucking heels.
No, that's not AI. That's real.
I don't know what's going on. It's just kind of funny. I'm just thinking though, like, how would you guys go about it? Like, once let's say you figure out the sound, you make the music, you're ready to start pushing this original stuff. How would you leverage the audience that you've built on the cover band circuit to like push your own music? Like, would you like tell people like during the show, hey, check out our other music or whatever?
Well, I mean, I feel like more recently than ever, we have people after every show asking for our Spotify.
Or would you stop? Like, when you guys are ready to push your music, would you stop doing cover stuff and just
If it took
do that?
over, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
that's the dream,
That's
man.
the dream.
I mean, that is the dream.
Well, no, obviously if it took over, but like to get it to take over. Would there be a period where you stop doing this and just fully devote your time to the original shit?
I feel like if the music was good, we wouldn't. Because people ask it, people are like, y'all should play your original music, but like the Steels, like that business model is just. I mean, we used to play some of our originals live, and it's cool to do that, but I don't think people really jump into their phone to download it, so I wouldn't. And you might feel differently. I just feel like I feel like whatever we do originally, I don't know. I make some the music I make's really kind of weird and alternative, and it just I feel like the demographic that might enjoy it a little bit more is just not really at our shows for just the music
these
that
regular
I
bars.
Make. Yeah, but the music that we're making, I think. The people at the shows could probably enjoy that and might be able to, we might be able to promote it there, but it just kind of all depends on what we come up with,
What I would do, bro, is when you're ready to push the original shit, I would do the whole fucking cover band tour, and that every show throw an original show. So like let's say you do 20 cover band shows. Hey, telling everybody at these 20 shows, hey, in 2 months, we're doing our own show. It's an original show. Come out and see us.
For sure.
Out of those 20 shows at every venue, at least fucking 3 to 5 people are going to come. Oh, you do 20 shows, that's like 100 people.
Yeah.
Then you just push this original show that you're doing at the end of the tour.
We're going, so we're actually, shout out to BJ Griffin. He's done a good job for us.
I think I know him.
And helping. He's bigger black dude. He can get his high notes. You want to talk about sounding like a girl, man. He can hit the whistle notes kind of deal. It's insane. But he's developed into a good friend of ours, and we're actually about to go. I don't know, maybe I got this wrong, but we're about to go to Dallas for an East Coast college seminar for bands to recruit bands to play. And if and when we end up doing our own originals, I think that would be a great place to display as well. Like, obviously do the covers and what they want, but I feel like the younger kids are also going to want to get, if they really like y'all, they're going to want to get into the early stages of things kind of deal. So I think maybe during our college route, we drop some originals in there as well. Kind of, I like the way you're thinking though. That's awesome with the 20 shows and then an original show. We have a big following that would definitely come out and support something like that.
You got 2 tickets sold right here. Me and Shorty sliding.
We almost did one in July. We just didn't. Like I said, we've just been so busy this summer, so we just hadn't. We just bought a trailer, and we're just. He's always getting equipment repaired,
step by step.
And also, we have other jobs too. So it's just fine. Trailer
allows us to get mobile for real. We could start traveling, definitely, and it helps us with our loadouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, a venue that might be a good place for that original show is the Annex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get
it's like 300 to 400 capacity, but it's not too big. You can sell that out.
Awesome
I think.
Spot. We saw Dale and Z-Dog.
Yeah,
and they also have good food too.
Yeah,
I was big into reggae for a while, and Dale and the Z-Dogs played over there. They got some kind of reggae. A lot of the reggae is kind of turning into rock. Honestly, a lot of it's punk rock
for sure.
With kind of a reggae aspect to it on the guitar, but it's really getting to the point where a lot of bands are kind of adding the reggae element into rock.
I've heard something like
AI.
Which one's AI?
That one, bro. That is not the Annex.
That's not.
It kind of looks like the Annex. No, it looks like the Annex.
It looks too big to be the Annex. Go back to it, Karen.
Yeah, no, there we go. That's
the Annex. Well, also,
the other one did look
there's
like
this
the
thing
Annex.
that
kind of looks something was a little off about it.
Yeah, go to the other picture. Just go back. One more. Yeah, that looks a little. No, it's not the Annex.
See, doesn't something look wrong with that?
That's the Annex LLC.
It's totally AI looking. Yeah,
everybody got their arm.
Nobody has any design on the back of their shirt.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Yeah, they're all doing
that. I guess even on that,
there's one phone in that picture. It might be real.
There's a thing where I think hip hop is going through that right now. When a genre gets so big and then it kind of like it may not be the most popular thing anymore, but the sounds and certain like pieces from that genre start rolling over into other genres.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. It's gotta, yeah, it's definitely, you know, unless I feel like you're back to that revival sound where you're like trying to, like that band that sounds like rock from the 2000s, you know, unless you're trying to really do that, it's gotta be like, it's just gotta be new. And it's gotta combine different elements of different genres, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just gotta be new. And I think in order to do that, you gotta combine different elements from different genres and stuff a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So
well, look.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, we made like reggae songs and we made like rock songs and just alternative songs. So we're just trying to dial in that original sound and find that.
We got one song on Spotify.
Yeah.
From gosh, how long has that been?
It's been a couple years.
6 years.
Yeah. 6 years?
Maybe more. 6?
Yeah.
I'm trying to rap on it, man.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Bro did no hands at horses. It was going crazy in there.
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate you guys. I'm excited to hear the original shit whenever it comes out. I will definitely be at some of your other shows. Is there anything else you want to lead the people with?
Not really. Come check us out. I appreciate you, what you're doing for the scene out here, man. I feel like, well, at least 100%. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but like not that I know of as someone that's pushing like that, like you are. And I appreciate everything you're doing for the local scene, especially the talent show and everything like that. That's great. We're moving in the right direction for music, I think. Just in general, we have so much local talent, local musicians that like, we went to Nashville and there's some great local musicians there, but we got that here, man. No doubt. Like, no doubt in my mind.
I believe it too. It's up to for brands like ours to, I always say our role is to kind of take what's happening here and package it in a way to where the world will be like receptive of it.
For sure.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're doing, but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We'll put all their links in the description. They have a whole fucking tour list right now. Go see them somewhere in the Hampton Roads area. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us out.
Let's run it back again sometime in the future.
Let's redo it right now.